I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you are behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I've never got anyone's help.
Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're good. Jeannie, if you come back, I have a story that I'm going to read that I need you to send to Jimmy because it's kind of like something that happened with Queen Bee. And I just found the article. So a article that kind of reminded me of that situation. So if you're here and you hear this, I want you to send this to Jimmy or tell him to listen to it, send him a clip or so. Yeah, no, not a clip. I see two people in here. Hello, how are you? I'm just waiting a little while and see if anyone comes in. Let me, let's see. All right, let me see. I tried to pick stuff that was like crazy, but you guys, like the whole thing, like as I was scrolling down the titles and stuff, like the majority of them was about child sex charges. Okay, Kaz, drive safe. Yeah, that's freaking sickening, dude. Like the majority of the articles was about child sex articles. It's crazy, freaking crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and start. All right. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember the other day, I was talking about this lady who went over and shot her neighbor through the door because the neighbor's kids was playing the wrong way. She didn't like it, some bull crap like that. Well, they didn't arrest the lady right away. Like the lady that shot the neighbor dead. They didn't arrest the lady right away. And I was upset about that when I read the article last time. So she was arrested days later. And then now she was granted bond, $154,000 bond for killing a lady. First degree felony charge of manslaughter with a firearm. Okay, can you, did I add it to the screen? No, I did not. Okay, here we go. Let's play this little thing. It says, Florida woman who fatally shot neighbor in years-long feud over victims' kids is granted bond. Federal judge set bond for Susan Lawrence at $154,000 after fatal shooting of neighbor in Ocala, Florida. Oh no, we can have no political ads. Is that what this is about? Man, get the hell out of here. I am not watching nothing about no political stuff. Nope, sorry. Okay, I thought that was an article about this thing, but yeah, I don't want political stuff on here. It's too much. A Florida woman who fatally shot her neighbor through a closed front door after a dispute with the victim's children has been granted bond. Susan Lawrence, a 58-year-old white woman who was given $154,000 bond by a federal judge on Friday, a day after pleading not guilty to a first-degree felony charge of manslaughter with a firearm and the death of Ajik Owens, a 34-year-old black mother of four. Lawrence was ordered to wear an ankle monitor and to stay away from the Owens family as part of her bond condition. Her neighbor, Lawrence, told the judge that she only had $1,700 to post. I guess she's still in jail. Well, on June 2nd, Lawrence fired a single round from her 38 caliber handgun, which went through her closed door of her Ocala residence and fatally struck Owens, according to the Marion County Sheriff's Department. Look, she looks like a mean old ass neighbor, don't she? Ugh. With her little green outfit on like Brian had. And this is the mom, you guys. Look how beautiful. Oh my God. Owens had knocked on Lawrence's front door after the 58-year-old had a dispute with her children, who had been playing in a lot near Lawrence's home. Lawrence had become angry and threw a pair of roller skates at the kids, hitting one on the foot, the sheriff's office said. Lawrence claimed the shooting was in self-defense under Florida's Stand Your Ground law, saying that Owens had threatened to kill her and banged on her door so hard she feared Owens would break it down. Yeah, right, lady. Get out of here. Investigators delayed her arrest for several days while investigating the claims. Anybody else, they would have arrested them while investigating. Okay, so this is the door, and this is the bullet hole, I'm assuming. A patched bullet hole upper right is seen on a door Tuesday where Miss Owens was shot and killed moments after going to the apartment of her neighbor, who had yelled at Owens' children as they played in a nearby lot. Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods on Tuesday said an investigation revealed that Lawrence's actions did not apply under Florida law, calling it simply a killing. Thank you. Woods said that since January 2021, deputies responded to at least a half dozen complaints between the neighbors, describing the situation as a long-standing neighborhood feud. Lawrence told investigators she had problems for 2 years with being disrespected by children in the neighborhood, including Owens' children, who are ages 12, 9, 7, and 3 and now have no mother. She told investigators that she had called Owens' children racist slurs in the months before the killing. Bitch, get out of here. Are you serious? That's why your ass is going to be in jail. An attorney for the Owens family said that they would continue to push for Lawrence to face a more serious charge of second-degree murder. And I agree with that. I don't know why she got the charge she got. You guys, look how beautiful this woman is. Let's see, 3 of them. Dang, look at that. How can you just like, dude, oh, this woman is so freaking, y'all look at her. Don't she look like a racist bitch? I don't know how that lady could have lived next to this lady for 2 years. That's crazy insane. Hey, Crystal, Kaz is coming back. She's going drive. And this one right here, you guys, you're going to have to help me understand this. Because when I read it, I was like, what the actual hell? I'm not in Tucson. My location says Tucson. So this article, you guys, please help me with this. Girl 4 accidentally hangs herself on bouncy castle while staff were distracted by their phones. What did she hang herself on? I guess maybe these blue straps, or I don't know. We're about to find out. A 4-year-old girl has died from suffocation while playing in a bouncy castle after 3 staff members meant to be supervising her were distracted by their smartphones. The tragedy occurred in an amusement park in the city of southern Ukraine last weekend. The girl, named Valeria, was found tangled up in the structure's ropes by bouncy castle assistants after her mother, Anna, asked them to check on her because she had not heard her daughter's laughter for a while. Oh my gosh. At first, Anna, the girl's mother, thought that Valeria had lost consciousness while playing in the heat and tried to wake her up, a close friend of the family said. According to the friend of the family, a male witness called an ambulance while other park visitors were splashing water on the girl and carrying out mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and chest compressions. I'm assuming this is where it happened. I see a rope right here. I don't know, there's ropes anchoring them down and stuff. There were no medical assistants providing first aid on site. Someone brought Dennis from a clinic nearby. Dennis. They examined the child, tried to wake her up with ammonia, and shone a light into her eyes. When the ambulance arrived, paramedics pronounced Valeria dead. Anna and Valeria were about to go home when the girl asked her mother to play for 3 more minutes. The woman agreed and waited for her daughter in the parent zone in an area where she could not see the child. Forget that parent zone. When I brought Nevaeh to the trampoline park when she was younger, you bet your ass I was seeing everywhere she was. 3 staff members who were supposed to look after the child while she was in the bouncy castle were distracted by their smartphones when the tragedy occurred, police found. The assistants fled the scene after... Oh, yeah, okay. The assistants fled the scene after Valeria was found. The girl's funeral took place on Wednesday. Anna is devastated by the loss, as she has every right to be. The funeral day was very difficult, the family friend said. The chief of police for the city said it was preliminary established that a 4-year-old girl got entangled in the loops on the wall of a bouncy castle while playing on it. According to preliminary findings of experts, the child died as a result of suffocation. Can you imagine a 4-year-old? The bouncy castle owner, 45, had been detained by the police. She faces up to 8 years in prison if found guilty. Why are they arresting her? They should be arresting the people that were on their phones. It must be this one at the top. For them to be showing close-ups of these blue loops, it has to be that one at the top. I mean, she's 4. You know what I mean? So it's possible. You guys, this is sickening. So this happened in Ukraine. And then I wanted to read this one because yeah, it's just crazy. So that you guys know that this is real. This really does happen. And some people may need to, see it with their own eyes. Hey, Angela. Georgia mom was lured with false promise of shopping trip, then tortured and killed by drug traffickers. Rosanna Delgado, a mother of two, was found 120 miles away from where she was last seen in April 2021. I wonder if this is the article about it. The family of a rideshare driver kidnapped and murdered in Georgia in 2021 will finally. Okay, here we go.
Georgia 2 years ago will finally have some closure after 9 drug traffickers pleaded guilty in her case. 37-year-old Rosanna Delgado was killed in April of 2021. Police say the Barrow County mother was lured to the Plaza Fiesta Mall northeast of Atlanta under the guise of going on a shopping trip. However, she was then kidnapped by several members of a drug trafficking organization and taken to several locations over the next couple of days. According to 11alive.com, Delgado's husband said his wife told him she was dropping off one last passenger and then coming home for the day. He became worried when Delgado didn't return later that night. He then traced his wife's last moves through her phone, finding a bloody face mask at one of the locations she had been, which compelled him to call police. 4 days after Delgado went missing, police were led to a rural cabin that was rented through an online app using a stolen identity. There, investigators found her body. In a press release last week, the Appalachian Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office said that at the cabin, the suspects did torture Delgado before killing her and dismembering and burning her body. After her death, several of the suspects fled to Mexico. 4 of them were eventually apprehended and extradited to the United States, where a grand jury indicted 14 people on charges in connection to Delgado's kidnapping and murder. 9 suspects in custody all pleaded guilty to crimes in the case before the trial was set to begin this month. 2 of them have been sentenced to life in prison. Police are reportedly still searching for 3 more suspects.
The family of a rideshare driver kidnapped and murdered in Georgia in 2021 will finally have some closure after 9 drug traffickers pleaded guilty. 9 people pleaded guilty in her case. Rosanna Delgado, a 37-year-old mother of 2, was killed in April 2021 after she was kidnapped by several members of a drug trafficking organization. From what I saw on this video, you guys, would you have gone for this quote-unquote shopping trip with people that you don't know at night? Okay, let's see. Police say the Barrow County mother was lured to the Plaza Fiesta Mall northeast of Atlanta under the guise of going on a shopping trip, but was then kidnapped by a group and taken to several locations over the next couple of days. According to 11live.com, Delgado's husband said his wife told him she was dropping off one last passenger and then coming home for the day. He became worried after Delgado didn't return later that night. He then traced his wife's last moves through her phone, finding a bloody face mask at one of the locations she had been, which compelled him to call police. Investigators were led to a rural cabin that was rented through an online app using a stolen identity. There, investigators found Delgado's body 4 days after she was reported missing, 120 miles away from where she was last seen. At the cabin, the suspects did torture Delgado prior to her death and eventually carried out the killing of Delgado, dismemberment, and burning of Delgado's body. Wow. The Appalachian Judicial Circuit District Attorney's Office said in a press release last week, announcing the latest details in the case. Police first said they were searching for 5 suspects in connection to Delgado's death. But in its press release, the district attorney's office say 9 people have pleaded guilty to crimes connected with the Georgian mother's kidnapping and murder. After Delgado's murder, several of the suspects had fled to Mexico. A month after Delgado's murder, the district attorney's office says 4 of the suspects were apprehended in Mexico and extradited to the United States. In all, a grand jury indicted 14 people on charges in connection to Delgado's kidnapping, and 14, 9 pled guilty. Delgado's kidnapping and murder, while all 9 suspects in custody pleaded guilty before their trial was set to begin this month. 2 people, Oscar Garcia and Juan Rodriguez, were sentenced to life in prison for the murder. The office says police are still searching for 3 more suspects. It is my hope, even though this matter remains open, that the resolutions and sentences entered at this time will assist the family and loved ones of Rosana Delgado in beginning to obtain closure, District Attorney B. Allison Sosby said in a statement. Okay, y'all, she is so beautiful. Look, her eyes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. Stuff like this does happen. It's sickening. And when I read this article right here, guess who first came to my mind? Hey, Jeannie, did you see the article that I read about, wait, hold on. I didn't read it yet. I have an article that I'm going to read. Yep, it's the next one. It's after this one. I need you to send it to Jimmy because it's about being shot at Walmart. So yeah, when I saw that, I thought of Queen Bee. Man who asked father to help hide 4 murder victims in cornfield after he quote unquote snapped, sentenced to over a century of prison time. So, of course, when I heard this, I thought of Kohberger because 4 victims, whatever, but they didn't bury them. Sentenced over a century of prison time. Maybe Kohberger will get that. I'm assuming since it's 4 victims, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. And up here is the dad and the shooter. Well, the dad and the one who killed them. I don't know how it was. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and read the names for respects for the deceased. Antoine Suggs, top left. Darren Lee McWright, top right. So that's these 2. Then here's the victims. Natosha Lee Flug Presley, Lois Foreman III, Matthew Pettis, and Jasmine Sturm. A man was sentenced Monday to 103 years in state prison for the fatal shootings of 4 people found inside a Mercedes-Benz SUV abandoned in a cornfield. So I'm guessing this state does not have the death penalty. Antoine Suggs, 40, was sentenced on Monday in the deaths of Jasmine Sturm, 30, her brother Matthew Pettis, 26, her boyfriend Lois Foreman III, 35, and her friend Natasha Flug Presley, 30. Their bodies was found in an SUV and abandoned in a Wisconsin cornfield after about 65 miles east of St. Paul, Minnesota, on September 12, 2021. He was convicted of 4 second-degree murder counts in April. In court, the victims' families spoke out about their loss, which covered the hearing. According to CARE 11, which covered the hearing. Lives were taken, many of them, and Mr. Suggs still has his life, said Foreman's father. Angela Sturm, the mother of Sturm and Pettis, said she couldn't feel the gaping hole in her life. She lost 2. Angela and the brother. Angela's the mom. They were brother and sister. Not a day goes by that I don't cry, Sturm said. Being alone with my thoughts is very hard. I miss their voices. I have this irrational fear that I am going to forget what they look and sound like. Aw. Before he was sentenced, Suggs said he was the victim, claimed the 4 were trying to rob him, and he was defending himself. I had no beef, no quarrel, no animosity with any of them. Their actions were the cause of their untimely demise. Judge DePaul Harris told the victims' families they were never going to get an answer as to why Mr. Suggs did what he did. Each one of these individuals deserves that you serve time for each one of them, Harris said, addressing Suggs. You cast blame on others, and this is a sentence you now have to take responsibility for. A criminal complaint obtained by Law and Crime said it all went down after a night of drinking in St. Paul. An employee at the White Squirrel located at 974 7th Street West in St. Paul told police that Sturman Pettis came into the bar sometime after 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. The employee said a photo of Flug Presley looked like the woman who was in the bar with Sturm. The employee said Flug Presley was with a man the witness argued with. The man said something about having 6 children and this happening every time he comes back to Minnesota. The employee picked Suggs out of a photo lineup as the man she argued with in the bar. Citing surveillance footage and phone data, investigators indicate that Suggs killed the victims around 7th Street and St. Paul between 3:30 a.m. and 3:48 a.m. on September 12th. Okay, 4 people, 18 minutes. How long did they say Kurt Kohberger took? I don't exactly remember, but it was a very short time. Video shows Flug Presley slumped over in the front passenger seat of the SUV with her head pointed towards her feet. Suggs told his father he shot and killed them in the SUV after he snapped. The complaint said that Suggs' father, Darren Lee McWright, who also uses the last name Osborne, gave his son a ride to Minnesota from Wisconsin after they left the Mercedes-Benz SUV in a cornfield. Suggs' father denied knowing the bodies of the people his son shot were in the vehicle they abandoned, the document said. McWright was arrested, ultimately pleading guilty to 4 counts of hiding a corpse, and was sentenced in December 2022 to 5 years in prison. Suggs surrendered in Arizona where he lived. This is sad. Very, very sad. Okay, here we go. Right here. Queen Bee, listen up very carefully, okay? Make sure this ain't your crime, okay? Okay. "13 minutes." Okay, so this one was 5 minutes more. Man randomly walks up to a mother and daughter in Walmart, shooting the 13-year-old daughter. A 13-year-old girl who was walking around Walmart shopping for shorts with her mother was shot randomly Wednesday night. The shooting reportedly took place at a South Carolina Walmart. Aiken County Department of Public Safety began to receive calls around 7:30 p.m. that an active shooter was in the area. A witness spoke with the news outlet WJBF and said a man just came out of nowhere and randomly shot the girl. She was with her mom. She was actually looking at a pair of shorts, and out of nowhere, a guy just walked up and shot her, and it actually went through her arm and into her abdomen. According to the report, Stephen Foreman, 32, was taken into custody, and authorities also said they believe the man had no relationship to the victim, and this was just a random act of violence. The Augusta Press identified the victim as Ashton Rickard. Her aunt, Jamie Hammonds, said she was shot at point-blank range and has already had 1 surgery. Hammond said on Facebook she may need more surgery. Oh, thank God she's alive. According to Rickard's mother, Ashley Rickard, Ashton, the bullet is lodged in her back and broke her arm. Foreman has been charged with attempted murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Augusta Press also revealed more shocking details about the suspect, saying in May 2019, Foreman was charged with kidnapping and weapon possession for allegedly tying up his brother and parents in their home on Interlachen Court. The older brother said Foreman came out of his bedroom with a sawed-off shotgun and ordered his brother and parents to the corner of the living room. The younger brother, Foreman, threw some black tape to his older brother and told him to tie up his parents while pointing the gun at his brother. The older brother taped up the leg of his parents and then his legs before the younger brother taped up his older brother's hands. The younger brother was going on about robbing a bank and other gibberish and other nonsense, according to the report. The family reportedly got out of the rape and was able to run to the woods and call 911 for help. Once authorities arrived on the scene, Foreman surrendered. He reportedly had 4 firearms and many rounds of ammunition that were seized. Wow. Y'all already know about people shooting people at Walmart. I don't see Great Dane's mom. Where is she? Great Dane mom, where are you? I do see the comment from Kaz. Okay. Y'all, this story, I know I keep saying y'all. Hold on a second. Let me move this so that I for sure don't lose this Wi-Fi, because y'all already know ever since I moved back to Louisiana, I've been having issues with this crazy ass Wi-Fi, but lately it's been working good, and I shouldn't have said anything. It'll probably jinx me. But Crystal, thank you so much. Oh, that's why you said great thing. She's not here. She just got a membership. Crystal, thank you. Okay, look at this. When I saw this, I was like, wow. Wow. 3-year-old grabbed a gun and shot mom's murder suspect friend at apartment, leading to arrest. 3-year-old grabs a gun, shoots the suspect of his mom's murder at apartment. 3 years old. No, she's not in chat. She just, I guess, was one of the only ones that maybe opted for gift memberships. I don't know how that works. But yeah, I haven't seen her in here today. But she does come in here. Thanks so much, Crystal. So, yes, 3 years old. Trayshawn Smith pictured the picture. Let me see. Pictured. Where's the picture? I don't see a picture. A 3-year-old picked up a gun at an apartment in Indiana last week and opened fire, wounding both the child's mother and her friend. Oh, wait, never mind. Hold on. Did I understand that wrong? The latter of whom happened to be wanted in connection with the murder case in Authorities in Lafayette, Indiana, say that the shooting took place on May 18th, last Thursday night, at the Romney Meadows apartment complex, and left Trayshawn Malik Smith, 23, and Jalen Artis, 21, with non-life-threatening injuries. Both Smith and Artis went to Franciscan Health Lafayette East Hospital to be treated for those injuries, which apparently were the result of a single gunshot. Chang, look at that. 3-year-old. The Lafayette Police Department began its investigation and quickly found that Smith was wanted in connection with Cook County, Illinois' murder case. Lafayette, Indiana is approximately 2 hours of driving away from Cook County, Illinois. Notably, neither Smith nor Artis lived at the residence where the shooting took place, according to WTHR, who spoke with the godmother of the boy who fired the gun. The woman reportedly said that Smith and Artis were visiting. Smith is reportedly a Lafayette resident and Artis lives in Gary. As of Monday morning, there have been no charges issued in the apartment shooting, but Lafayette cops are said to be in contact with the Markham Police Department about Smith's arrest. The report also noted that the State Child Service Agency was contacted about the shooting. Tippecanoe County, don't laugh at me if I can't pronounce it right. County jail records in Indiana reviewed by Law and Crime show that Smith was booked 9 minutes before midnight on May 18th, just hours after the shooting. As recently as March 28th, a different young child, a 5-year-old, at the Romney Meadows apartment complex reportedly managed to access an unsecured gun and opened fire, killing his 1-year-old brother. Do you people? Oh, it's the same apartment complex. A 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. Over the years, there have been other examples of children accessing unsecured firearms, causing the entirely preventable deaths or woundings of mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters. Such tragic incidents have even happened during Zoom calls. Oh, wow. The Post 3-year-old grabbed a gun and shot mom's murder suspect friend at apartment, leading to arrest, first appeared on Law and Crime. Well, well, well. I didn't see it on Law and Crime. And this next one right here, I'm not going to share it first. I need to take a sip of drink. So hold on one moment. Yeah, no, I sit on my bed when I do this, and I have to mute myself whenever I move because it makes noise. And yeah, I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, she's passing gas on her live. Okay, I need to figure out how to take that heart off. I know it's possible. It's called, oh, hold on one moment while I take a sip of my Coke, puff on my vape, nicotine vape, people, while I try to do this for you guys. I know I was in Losso's True Crime chat the other day, and somebody was like, I have a heart emoji next to my name. Well, you know, it's all the way at the bottom and blocks the last 2 comments, and I always have to move them. And so I know you can take it off. I still didn't have a sip. Hold on. Did y'all like my thumbnail? Don't forget, next Saturday is the 17th Saturday. I'm going to have rapper Blaze. He's an independent rapper. He's from Arizona. He's from Flagstaff, Arizona, but lives in Phoenix. I met him through a friend that lives in Phoenix that does stuff with rappers and singers. I forgot exactly what he was, and I'm talking. Oh, I thought I was still muted. I was about to say I'm talking. Let's see. Yeah, okay, edit. Let's see how to do this. You guys know I'm still learning, so give me 1 second. Live reactions. Save. Whoop, whoop. I got it, y'all. I got it, y'all. I figured it out. Okay. Do me a favor, and I'm not over the rain, Crystal. It's only rained a couple of times since I've been here, and I really haven't had a really good thunderstorm yet since I've been here. What the actual crap? And it's hurricane season as of June 1st. So I need a good, decent thunderstorm, people. Okay, thank you. So I took a nap a little while ago, and I set my alarm clock, and then Penelope woke me up like an hour or so ago crying. Rush, she irritates the fuck out of me, waking me up every single time I'm sleeping. She woke me up, and then whenever I was going live, I looked at my phone to turn all my sounds down. And then when I went to turn all my volumes down, like my alarm volume was all the way down. I was like, thank God this bitch right here woke me up, because my alarm would not have gone off, and then I would have missed all of you beautiful people. Alicia is so fucking stupid. Stop going after Laura and Molly. Are you really serious right now, dude? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's gonna rain in Mississippi. Oh, wait, hold on. Mississippi and South Louisiana, all the way from DeRidder, Baton Rouge, Slidell, New Orleans, everybody but me. Poop. Penelope for president. Bruh. She need to be the queen of something. Y'all want to see what she's doing right now? Let me see if I can show you without, because you know she's black and it's dark in here because I don't like lights. Okay, let me make myself bigger. And that's her right there. Penelope. Penelope. How you doing, baby? Look at her tail. What's it do, baby? Your friends say, hey. But they say, Penelope might be napping. No way. Look them eyeballs open. Look them eyeballs. So that's what the baby's doing right now. She's laying next to mommy. We had rain overnight, but it's still gray and wet. Dang, y'all be getting all the rain that I want. Okay, let's see. Okay, we read this one. I didn't even know a 3-year-old could hold a gun. Like, ain't guns heavy? I don't know. Yeah, she's just laying here like no care in the world. Like, mommy got me. Okay, this one right here, I just can't deal. I cannot deal with, and I don't believe it. How in the heck-a-moly does a 1-year-old do? She is fat. That's why they won't fix her, and I have to go through this stupid heat thing with her. She's starting to hump my leg. I am not happy about it. I don't like it, but that's the phase of heat that she's in. And she likes to stick her ass in her with her tail up in my dad's dog's face, who is like a big dog. He weighs like 80 pounds or something like that, or 60 pounds, something like that. And Penelope's just like sticking her butt in his face with tail, and I'm like, dude, that dog will kill you. It's a good thing he don't have any balls. But they won't fix her because she's overweight. So when I brought her to the vet the other day, I was talking to him about it. Because she's just like not gaining weight, but she's not losing weight either. And so he told me the food that I was giving her was a good type of food. And she's like so spoiled. She eats like salmon and venison and stuff like that. Okay, my dog is spoiled. So anyway, so he said on the back of the bag, don't give her, so she's 16 pounds. Don't give her the amount suggested for a 16-pound dog. Give her the amount suggested for a 12-pound dog. So I'm assuming she's supposed to be 12 pounds or 10 pounds. But yeah. So that's why she didn't get fixed. So how does a 1-year-old get stuck in a couch and die? Like, we'll find out. Mom who allegedly claimed she found dead 1-year-old stuck in the couch, charged with murder. Brandy Lynn Parker, Blue Ridge Regional Jail. Are they supposed to have pictures like the other article? Because I don't see any. A 39-year-old woman in Virginia has been arrested more than 3 years after she allegedly... Hold on one second. I'm sorry, guys. Is Jeannie, are you still in here? I need to know because you're in Vegas, and I need to know if you saw a dang on UFO, and let you know if you see a dang on UFO or if one crashes in your backyard. I need a video. I don't want a picture because pictures are photoshopped most times. So I need a video. Period. Point blank. Period. Thank you. I told Crystal too because she's in, Cali. So, a 39-year-old woman in Virginia has been arrested more than 3 years after she allegedly killed her 1-year-old child, telling authorities that she found the dead toddler stuck in her couch. Brandy Lynn Parker was taken into custody on Wednesday morning and charged with 1 count of felony murder and 1 count of child abuse and neglect, resulting in serious injury, records reviewed by Lauren Crime Show. I should just go to their freaking YouTube channel and play all their stuff since all this comes from them. According to a press release from the Lynchburg Police Department, officers at about 10:40 a.m. on January 23, 2020, responded to a 911 call regarding an infant that was found not breathing at an apartment complex located in the 80 block of Tare Drive. The caller was the toddler's mother, later identified as Parker. Upon arriving at the scene, first responders with LPD took over life-saving procedures already being administered by Parker until Lynchburg Fire Department personnel made it to the address. Medics with the fire department attempted to render life-saving aid to the toddler and transported the child via ambulance to Lynchburg General Hospital. Unfortunately, the child was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the facility. A search warrant issued to take a blood sample from Parker provided additional information regarding the circumstances of the young child's untimely death. Related coverage. I used to like The Sopranos a long time. You know what show I really miss is Desperate Housewives. Is that the name of it? I don't know, but oh my gosh, y'all. I got my Temu order in today, and I was going to do an unboxing when I went live. However, I couldn't wait. So I had to open it. And I would show you guys what I got, but I'm not. Because I want to turn my camera on. I got 2, 4, 6 rings. I got a thing for the car to put my phone on. And because my grandma and my dad's not hip like that. They don't know nothing about that. And then I got this necklace thingamajiggy. Let me see. It must be for like a little iPhone or something. Okay, let me just turn my camera on real quick and show you guys. And I don't care what anybody says. Okay. So this is a phone holder. And this is a necklace part. And it's a phone holder necklace. However, you put your phone at the corners of your phones in here. However, it's too small for my phone. And I thought it was a great idea. Oh my gosh, I have to show y'all this. Holy guacamole. Are you guys fans of dream catchers? Watch this dream catcher. Can you see? Let me make myself bigger. Okay, can you see this dream catcher? Watch this. It has that one, and it has that one, and it has that one. It has off. Isn't that so effing cool, you guys? I'm like, oh my gosh, it is so freaking beautiful. So I'm waiting for nighttime so I could turn it on for a little while. But yeah, I like that. So let's go back over here to this 1-year-old. The document states that when Parker placed the 911 call to LPD, she told the emergency dispatcher that her other child, who was 2, fell asleep on top of the victim on the couch. Parker allegedly added that she located the victim stuck in the couch per the warrant. So she has a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. I wonder if she has any more kids. Maybe not. That's a lot. That's like me and my brother. We're 15 months apart. That's how I know his age. I'll be 44. I'll be 45 in December, and he'll be 45 the next March. So he turned 44 in March, and I'll be 45 in December. That's how it went this year. Okay. Additionally, after transporting the victim to the hospital, officers on the scene said that they detected the odor of alcohol coming from Parker. When questioned about the smell, Parker allegedly admitted to police that had consumed alcohol the previous evening. Come on now. An agent with Child Protective Services was called to the scene. Police say that Parker submitted to a PBT preliminary blood test administered by the CPS agent. The test showed that she had a blood alcohol content of 0.14. Investigators then took a sample of blood from Parker for further testing, saying it was due to the fact she was the sole caretaker of the victim and 2-year-old at the time of the infant's death. So I don't know anything about blood alcohol content. I just know when they say the number and then they're like, that's so much over the limit or, whatever. So 0.14. What kind? Really, cats? I love them. My my mom's mom, before she died, she bought me these 2 humongous dream catchers, like huge. And it has like, in the center, it has like Indian stuff on it, like a wolf and an Indian guy and like just different things. I don't know. They're packed away, actually still in Arizona, like half my stuff. So, I don't know what 0.14 is. Can somebody tell me what 0.14 is? Hit that like for me, please. Thank you. Investigators then took a sample of blood taken from Parker for further testing, saying it was due to the fact she was sole caretaker of the 2 kids. In addition to Parker's blood, the warrant states that police also took a bottle, blanket, formula, 2 onesies, and swabs of the suspected area of death from the home. Parker is currently being held in the Blue Ridge Regional Jail without bond. She is scheduled to appear in Lynchburg Circuit Court at 9 a.m. on July 10th. Oh, you guys remember the girl? Let me see. No, I don't have her to talk about today. The girl that I think she was 19 that killed her baby, like had the baby in the bathroom of the hospital and then threw it away. You remember her? Alexi, I don't know how to say. 3 times over. Oh, really? That girl, Alexi, Chazano or something like that. She's going to trial October 2nd. So now we have 2 trials together again. We have Brian and we have Alexi at the same time. Different states, of course, but at the same time. Okay, so now we have a missing mother from Idaho. If I would just take myself off the screen, maybe y'all could see it. A 37-year-old Ohio mother of 4 is missing. Her family is concerned for her well-being and asking for help. I know I'm going to say this and then everybody's going to be like, oh, why you said that? But I don't care. All these people missing, killed, kidnapped, all that, they're so freaking beautiful. Me, I don't have to worry about all that because I'm not beautiful like all these women. However, I will just say it like this. I don't care who hears. I don't care who repeats it. Before I started my new medicine, I was 201 pounds and now I'm 175. So I'm very happy. All my clothes are too freaking big for me and it's very frustrating. However, I don't want to buy clothes because you guys know how fast I'm losing weight. I lost 26 pounds in 2.5 months. So I don't want to buy more clothes yet. You know what I mean? So I'm so excited because I'm not obese anymore. I'm very at the very beginning of overweight, almost to a healthy weight, you guys. I'm so excited because I've never been like this. I've never weighed less than 200 pounds my whole adult life. So I'm really excited. And I don't care what anybody says about it because it's my life and I like it. Look how beautiful. Look. So Jennifer Rowland, 37, of Springfield, Ohio, a mother of four, last contacted her family in Ohio on May 22nd, 2023. No one has heard from her. No one has heard from or been able to contact her since. Rowland is a lifelong resident of Clark County, Ohio. She called her mother, Donna Rowland, at one of her daughters on May 22nd, 2023, and had a brief conversation and only told her she was in North Carolina. Donna Rowland stated that her daughter sounded tired. Rowland's sister, Jessica, lives in Florida. Her family thinks one possibility is that perhaps she was trying to travel there but had not made it there, and her sister, Jessica, had not heard from her. We spoke with her aunt, Deborah Ann Childress, who stated that Jennifer has always stayed in constant contact with her family, and they are concerned for her safety and well-being and just want to know that she's safe. Jennifer is described as 37-year-old, 5'9", approximately 140 pounds, and blonde hair. Jennifer's car is still in Ohio, so the type of vehicle she is traveling in is also unknown. Jennifer is not married. Her current boyfriend is also concerned for her safety and has been in Ohio the entire time of her disappearance. Anyone who has gone through having a loved one missing knows that guidelines control when and how missing persons reports can be filed. Since the family does not know what city she was located in when she called, this type of report will need to be filed with the North Carolina State Patrol, and the family is looking into that procedure currently. If you have seen Jennifer, you are asked to contact her Aunt Deborah at 937-346-5779. Or you can also post here on Newsbreak, and we will relay information to the family. No, I always say it, and I love the way I say it because my tongue just rolls over the palate of my mouth. Like, however, no, I'm just joking. Somebody, Irish gal, somebody on Laura's Live said that she loves the way I say however. All right, this is just insane. I don't know if I believe it, and if I believe it, then it's just horrible because how the frick do you do this, dude? Tell me if, like, I guess it's true because they're reporting it. 3 severed heads left at Chicago employee's desk after accusations of mishandling of donated bodies. So they took 3 heads that were donated by donors to help other people live, took 3 of those heads and put them on somebody's desk because they didn't like the condition of the donor bodies. Well, is she the supervisor? No. It looks like it says employee. What the hell kind of shit is this? It really upsets me because there's not enough people that donate. Or, I'm not a donor when I die. My mom is. I'm not. My grandma was. And for them to be doing this to body parts that were donated is sickening, in my opinion. Thank you, Kaz. Employee alleges severed heads left on desk as reprisal for making complaints to supervisors about poor conditions. Oh, she went to the supervisors and they put them. Oh, hell, we got to read this right now. A horrifying scene unfolded at the Anatomical Gift Association of Illinois when 3 severed heads from donor bodies were discovered at an employee's desk. The unsettling incident occurred after the employee, Dale Wheatley, raised concerns about alleged misconduct and poor conditions of donated bodies to his supervisors. Wheatley, who worked as a delivery person for AGA, arrived at his workplace 2 weeks ago to find sage burning and 3 severed heads placed on a plastic container near his desk. That sounds like some kind of spell or something. He described the scene as reminiscent of a horror movie and promptly filed a police report. He is also planning to file complaints with local and state authorities. According to Wheatley, the heads were placed at his desk by AGA after he reported concerns about mishandling and unsatisfactory conditions of the donated bodies. He alleged the act was retaliation for the complaints. William O'Connor, the AGA's executive vice president, denied any maltreatment allegations and claimed that handling body parts falls within Wheatley's job description. Sorry, it was maltreatment. I was reading my Fitbit at the same time. O'Connor further defended the organization, which has been in operation for over a century. It could be, oh, here we go. However, Wheatley wasn't the only one to raise concerns about the state of donated bodies. The day before the severed heads were found at Wheatley's desk, Casey Tilden, the anatomy lab manager at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine, sent an email expressing dissatisfaction with the condition of the donated bodies they had received. Tilden mentioned that the bodies were either covered in flies or distorted in a way that rendered them unusable. In the email to AGA, Tilden stated, "There are a handful of donors that were recently delivered with feet and hands that showed sign of decomposition." Other universities in Illinois have also complained about the conditions of the bodies they were sent, according to Wheatley. They're sending donors back because of mold. Oh my God! They're sending donors back because of mold and rot bugs. It's deplorable, Wheatley said. There's been instances where I pulled donors from our storing room out of the racks and rats have chewed. Oh my gosh. Rats have chewed through the bottom of the bag through the feet. In another instance, the manager of a local university lab expressed concerns to Wheatley about the poor conditions of cadavers. Wheatley informed the lab manager that the bodies were not being adequately embalmed and encouraged her to report these concerns to William O'Connor, the executive vice president of AGA. In an email to both O'Connor and Wheatley, the lab manager detailed several issues, including flies crawling on the bodies, mold, and rot in the limbs, and instances of students falling ill after exposure to the bodies. Oh my God! Wheatley stated that he expressed his concerns regarding the procedures involved in handling and storing the bodies, and a day later, the severed head showed up on his desk. He said he wanted to alert the loved ones of donors who have contributed their bodies to medical science through the AGA. I don't know if I would do that. That would cause a major uproar. Would you guys do it? I don't know. According to Wheatley's attorney, an investigation of the AGA by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation, and the Illinois Department of Public Health has been requested to evaluate the conditions and procedures involved in all aspects of cadaver care at the facility. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I'm like afraid for anybody to have a freaking transplant because hello, look at the, oh my God, I gotta look at, oh my gosh, hold on a second. I don't want to, thank you, I don't want anything political on my channel at all. Okay, so do y'all remember was it yesterday or the day before I read about the guy in the Walmart here in Kenner charged with the video voyeurism? Check this out. I don't know how it's possible. I don't know how they can do it like with no one seeing, especially at Disney World. Disney World cast member fired for alleged upskirt videos of guests arrested again for same crime. Jorge Diaz-Vega Jr., a 26-year-old former Walt Disney World employee who was fired in April for allegedly taking upskirt videos of female guests at the park without their consent, was arrested again last week for allegedly committing the same crime, this time in a local grocery store. Jorge Diaz-Vega Jr. was taken into custody last Monday and charged with 2 counts of video voyeurism, a third-degree felony, court documents reviewed by Law and Crime. According to a probable cause affidavit, deputies with the county sheriff's office on June 5th responded to a call regarding a lewd and lascivious act at the Publix, located in 3800 block of Pleasant Hill Road, which is located about 25 miles south of Orlando. Upon arriving at the store, deputies spoke with a woman who said she was in the bakery section when she noticed a man wearing a baggy gray shirt following her and her husband, describing him as big, tall, heavy-set, dark-skinned with black hair and a black beard. She said the man suddenly passed behind her and knelt to the side with his phone in his hand, and she suspected he was recording or taking photos of her. The victim told her husband what happened, and he began to follow the man, later identified as Diaz-Vega, to see what he was doing. She said that Diaz-Vega then got on the checkout line where he was behind another woman. The victim watched him take his phone and move it underneath the woman's dress, telling deputies she believed he was taking photo recordings of the woman's undergarments. The victim then yelled at Diaz-Vega to stop, which allegedly caused him to leave the store. However, the victim's husband was able to catch up with Diaz-Vega and take his phone. The husband told deputies that Diaz-Vega then said, "I have been fired for this before. Please don't call the police. I promise I will delete the pictures." Diaz-Vega then left the store, leaving his phone with the victim's husband. Not even with the police. The husband said he opened the phone and observed a video depicting his wife, the dress she was wearing at the time of the incident, and her underwear. Holy shit. Other deputies en route to the scene were able to locate Diaz-Vega after being provided with his license plate number and a description of his vehicle, and took him into custody in the 300 block of Medina Drive. The phone Diaz-Vega allegedly used to film the woman was actually owned by his father, who consented to a search of the device, police said. On the device, the phone allegedly had upskirt videos of both women. Surveillance footage from the store corroborated the story provided about Diaz-Vega's alleged actions. Diaz-Vega previously worked in the Disney Hollywood Studios Star Wars retail store until he was fired after a park guest on March 31st allegedly witnessed him recording beneath a woman's skirt without her consent. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you do this without someone else seeing it? But in both incidents, it seems obviously that someone saw it. When questioned about the incident by investigators with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, he allegedly admitted to recording an upskirt video of the woman and also admitted to having over 500 upskirt videos of random women that he recorded at the theme park. Oh no! He allegedly told deputies he's been taking videos of the dress and skirt at Disney theme parks for at least 6 years. I know, right? Hi, Grammy Rita. How are you? Additionally, Diaz-Vega allegedly admitted that he took the videos because it was hard to find them online, and they bring him sexual gratification, authorities said. Dude, don't you know what Pornhub is? Come on now. Whatever. He called it a guilty pleasure. He was arrested and charged with video voyeurism and was out on bond at the time of the alleged public incident. He was released on a bond of $5,000, prohibited from entering a public store, but it doesn't stop him from entering any other freaking store. Calls to the public defender's office representing Diaz-Vega were not immediately returned. He has not yet entered a plea. All right, this upsets me. Why $5,000? $5,000 bond for 500 videos. Are you serious right now? Y'all, look at this. Psychiatrist. A psychiatrist sentenced to prison for financial crimes, illegal distribution of methamphetamines. A psychiatrist. So the only thing that I could see that would be anything close to the meth is that a psychiatrist can do is can a psychiatrist give you Adderall for ADHD or something like that? Like Adderall is supposed to be like some kind of form or some kind of shit to do with meth. But I don't know if that's what he's trying to do or something. I don't know. Let's find out. A Colorado psychiatrist has been sentenced to prison for financial crimes and illegal illegal distribution of controlled substance. Per an official release from the IRS, Howard Weiss, a resident of Greenwood Village, will spend 6 months in 6 months. 6 months. 6 months. You get more than that for a freaking joint or even a roach. Are you kidding me? 6 months in federal prison for distributing methamphetamine outside the usual course of professional practice, for structuring financial transactions specifically for tax evasion purposes, and for engaging in criminal monetary transactions greater than $10,000. Following his time in prison, the 69-year-old defendant will spend 10 months in home confinement, concurrent with 3 years of probation. United States District Court Judge Daniel D. Domenico also ordered Weiss to forfeit $826,083.24 in criminal proceeds, pay $150,000 in community restitution, and surrender both his medical license and his license to prescribe any controlled substance. Hey, October. Weiss entered a plea agreement for a reduced prison sentence. The case was investigated. You know what? Bruh, my ex got way more time than that for meth charges. 10 years. 10 years. And this bitch right here gets 6 months. Weiss entered a plea agreement for a reduced prison sentence. The case was investigated by the IRS Criminal Investigation Division and the Drug Enforcement Administration, who initially began looking into the former doctor due to his financial dealings. Reports related to his patient's sales of controlled substance provided by him and one patient's overdose death. Ultimately, federal authorities determined that Weiss was prescribing methamphetamines to multiple psychiatrists. Okay, how do you prescribe meth to multiple psychiatrists? Like, how do you prescribe it? Like, it's not like they can go to the pharmacy and go get them a prescription for meth and get it. And then, of all things, I know from experience, it is not good for people with mental health disorders. And a psychiatrist should know that. Methamphetamine is officially categorized as a Schedule II stimulant. As most Americans know, it is often abused and has a high risk of addiction. According to the IRS, the FDA has approved The FDA has approved a single methamphetamine product for medical use in extremely unusual circumstances. What? Weiss not only prescribed methamphetamine on multiple occasions, but combined these prescriptions with prescriptions for high-dose sedatives known as polydrugs, maybe like Klonopin, Xanax. I don't know what polydrug is. In addition, court documents indicate that the defendant also regularly prescribed stimulants like Adderall in much higher doses than normal. Weiss's activities came under particular scrutiny in July 2017 when one of his psychiatric patients was arrested after arriving at a drug deal with 119 meth pills prescribed by the doctor. What is this? I need to Google this. What the hell is a meth pill prescribed by the doctor? That makes no freaking sense. The only thing that I see anything related to that is freaking Adderall. It was determined that these pills had no legitimate medical purpose. Furthermore, as previously noted, the only thing they can do is smash it up and put it in a capsule, because you can get empty capsules at Walgreens. I quit my RX for Xanax after 15 years. I'm a little shaky but feel so different. You feel better? Furthermore, as previously noted, the defendant knowingly engaged in illegal financial transactions. Federal regulations prohibit account holders from structuring their deposits to avoid banks reporting requirements for deposits that exceed $10,000. From November 2015 through February 2018, Weiss tried to avoid these reporting requirements 45 times, making deposits between $9,000 and $9,999. Additionally, bank tellers contacted authorities several times saying that Weiss would arrive to make cash deposits, then decline to actually deposit amounts of $10,000. Okay, so I have a question. All of these financial crimes, having a patient overdose, prescribing people this shit, gets what? 6 months in federal prison. 6 months. 6 months. Bruh. Look at this. All this stuff right here. Bro, I can't deal. Andy, special agent in charge, IRS CI Denver field office, said, IRS CI special agents are experts in uncovering the financial schemes criminals use to hide money gained through illegal activities. Weiss's desire for money and his disregard for the welfare of his patients led to an investigation into his financial activity and ultimately the severe financial penalties that were handed down today. Oh, the severe financial penalties. What? To pay back money restitution and 6 months in jail and 10 months home confinement and 3 years probation. Yeah, okay, dude. And he can't practice anymore. Howard Weiss knowingly and okay, I'm going to get this right. Howard Weiss knowingly and unlawfully distributed controlled substances outside the usual course of practice for no other purpose than greed. Acting Special Agent in Charge David Oleski added, thanks to the dedicated team at the DEA Rocky Mountain Field Division, the IRS CI Denver office, and our U.S. Attorney's Office, Weiss ended up losing more than he gained and will never lawfully practice medicine again. Wait, hold on. And my skin is better, dropping water, puffiness, generics. Swear they contain toxic chemicals. I take Klonopin. Cardiologist was prescribing doctor watching blood pressure for him. Oh, you can blur in here. It ain't like there's a million people in here trying to talk. This pisses me off. Oh my gosh. It pisses me off so bad. Let me read y'all this because majority of you in here, I know, maybe, I don't know, are around my age. I know we have October 50 is our channel grandma, in case y'all didn't know. So we know Shannon Doherty from 90210 has cancer. Well, it is now spread to her brain. Shannon Doherty, widely known for her role in the television series Beverly Hills 90210, recently opened up about her emotional journey with stage 4 cancer. In a heartfelt revelation, she shared that the cancer has now spread to her brain. The actress received the diagnosis in January, adding to her previous battle with breast cancer, which she publicly disclosed in 2020. Despite completing treatment for breast cancer a few years ago, she now faces the challenges of a new chapter in her cancer journey. Doherty took to Instagram on Wednesday to provide an update on her health journey. She revealed that a recent CT scan had revealed the unfortunate news that the cancer had spread. In her post, she also shared a video showcasing the process of being fitted for a mask that is worn during radiation treatment targeting the brain. On January 12, 2023, she shared on Instagram about her recent medical journey. She revealed that her CT scan on January 5th had detected the Okay, I just heard this on Dr. Phil yesterday. Mes- Metastas. Okay, I forgot how to. It metastasizes, so it's metastasis of cancer in her brain. Just a week later, on January 12th, she underwent her first round of radiation treatment. Alongside her cancer diagnosis, she expressed her evident fear, primarily due to her extreme claustrophobia and the overwhelming events occurring in her life. Despite the challenging circumstances, she expressed gratitude for her exceptional medical team, led by Dr. Ayman Muradi and the skilled technicians at Cedars-Sinai. The combination of fear, turmoil, and the timing of her diagnosis and treatment exemplified the daunting reality of facing cancer. Selma Blair, a well-known actress who has recently discussed her journey with multiple sclerosis, shared her reflections on the topic, recognizing the immense difficulties it entails. She expressed her sincere hopes that Shannen Doherty, faced with challenging moments, would find comfort and wisdom while assuring her of unwavering support and affection. Sarah Michelle Gellar, one of Doherty's co-stars in the movie Cruel Intentions, referred to her as a courageous fighter. Kevin Smith, the director, expressed his support and affection for someone he considers an irreplaceable friend. He acknowledged their unwavering courage throughout their life's battles and understood that occasionally fear is natural. However, he encouraged them to rely on their indomitable spirit, reminiscent of their character in Mallrats. Smith concluded by expressing his deep love for this person. Actress Shannen Doherty, age 52, officially initiated divorce proceedings from her husband, photographer Kurt, in April. The couple, who tied the knot in October 2011, decided to end their 11-year-long marriage. Shannon's spokesperson, Leslie Sloan, confirmed the divorce, expressing that it was not an outcome Shannon desired. However, due to certain circumstances, she felt compelled to take this step as she believed she had no alternative. During her appearance on Good Morning America in 2020, Doherty revealed that she had been quietly battling cancer once again over the past year. Although she did not disclose the specific type of cancer, GMA confirmed it was a recurrence. In the interview, the actress disclosed that she chose to make her diagnosis public due to an ongoing legal dispute with State Farm. The dispute arose from her claim that she had to personally cover the expenses for extensive damages to her house caused by the Woolsey fire in 2018. Aware that legal documents mentioning her cancer would soon be accessible to the public, she decided to speak out. In 2021, she emerged victorious in her legal battle against the insurance company as she was granted a favorable judgment. A federal jury in Los Angeles ruled in her favor and granted her a substantial compensation of $6.3 million. You guys, this is so sad. Wait till you hear what Lady Gaga says. Okay, guys, I need to take another sip, and I still didn't smoke my vape, so I hope you guys I know, Crystal. I love you guys too. I miss my rock gym. I really miss my rock gym. She emailed me though. I talked to her, I think, yesterday. Okay, I have 2 more articles for you guys. Okay, just 1 second, guys. I know. Like, I was so sad when whose dad, oh, I could see her face. Whose dad was the producer of 90210 or whatever it is? I can see her face. Her dad died. I was sad when her dad died. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play this video, if it's a video of this and not something else like the other one. And then I'm gonna submit it for all you lovely people. You know what? Hold on a second. While this is playing, let me say something, because I don't know if any of you people, Aaron Spelling, yes, thank you. I know I have beautiful people in here. Okay, so talking about cancer, everyone knows Miss Ann Horn that left Dolly Vision and went over to Queen Bee on her panel has cancer. And people are bashing her, talking about her having cancer, but not bashing her for having cancer. People are upset about it because they are attacking someone with cancer. It's just like Queen Bee with the Kinkles and Dolly, and it's just like Laura calling her fat or whatever. It's not directed to all fat people. It's not directed to all people with kinkles, and it's not directed to all people with cancer. I was watching Queen Bee yesterday whenever Miss Ann went up on panel, and she was mean AF to people in the chat. Mean and rude. I am so sorry, but you cannot be mean and rude and expect everyone to bow down to you because you have fucking cancer. I am sorry. And that's all I have to say about that. Get mad at me if you want. Here we go. You can't be rude and disgusting. Can y'all read that? Concerned staff warn administrators the warning came in the hours before the boy shot and wounded a 25-year-old teacher. It says the mother.
Warner is the best of us. An optimistic, dedicated, and caring elementary school teacher who endured the unthinkable, being shot purposely by a 6-year-old student in front of her first grade class while teaching. I have been with Abby twice since she left the hospital, and I communicate with her daily. I can report to you that she's home recovering and gaining strength every day. We are grateful for the outpouring of support that Abby has received from teachers, students, and parents in this community and across the country. But the road to full recovery will be long, and as her physical condition improves, the psychological wounds cut deeply and remain fresh. See, Abby and these other teachers at Rich Neck Elementary School tried to do the right thing on January 6th, the day of the shooting. On that day, over the course of a few hours, 3 different times, school administration was warned by concerned teachers and employees that the boy had a gun on him at the school and was threatening people. But the administration could not be bothered.
Can y'all hear it?
This tragedy was entirely preventable if the school administrators responsible for school safety had done their part and taken action when they had knowledge of imminent danger. But instead, they failed to act and Abby was shot. This morning, I sent notice to the Newport News School Board of the intent to file a lawsuit on Abby's behalf. This should have never happened. It was preventable. And thank God Abby is alive.
Now, y'all know I'm a composting queen. But composting isn't accessible or feasible for everyone.
I was trying to type in there. I hope y'all was able to hear that. Angela, I'm sorry that you weren't able to hear that. So it says Deja Taylor, mother of 6-year-old who shot teacher in Virginia, pleads guilty to gun crimes. Let's see what happens. Oh, weird. That's weird. I never watch on my phone. I mean, I never watch on my TV. So I'm not sure how that works. The mother of a 6-year-old boy who shot his teacher in Virginia earlier this year pleaded guilty to federal gun charges Monday. Deja Taylor was charged last week with illegally using drugs while owning a firearm and making a false statement about using marijuana when she purchased the gun, court records show. What state is she in? Virginia. Marijuana is legal. Oh, she was high on marijuana when she purchased the gun. Is that what it says? Was charged last week with illegally using drugs while owning a firearm and making a false statement about using marijuana when she purchased the gun. Okay, let's continue reading because I'm confused. Crystal, I need your help. What animals do you have, Angela? Okay, Taylor, wait. Her son used the weapon to shoot first grade teacher Abby Zorner in January. Okay, so weed is legal in Virginia. I am quite confused unless she had other drugs. Taylor, who is also was charged in state court in connection with the shooting. She got state and federal charges. She could face up to 25 years in prison on the federal charges, but Taylor's attorney agreed to a negotiated plea agreement with prosecutors that calls for a sentence of 18 to 24 months in prison. Dang, 1.5 to 2 years is a lot different than 25 years. Federal requirements for firearm ownership are not optional and exist to protect owners, their family members, and the communities where they live. Jessica D. Aber, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, said in a statement after the plea hearing, failing to abide by those requirements when purchasing or possessing a firearm can have far-reaching consequences. Aww. What are the charges filed against Deja Taylor? Prosecutors allege Taylor knew she was an unlawful user of marijuana. This must be... Wait. I thought they said it was legal in Virginia. Hold up. I am so confused. Dogs, rabbits, cats, all over, and a billion neighbor animals. My cousin's son, my blood cousin's girlfriend's son, he had like 2 or 3 rats in a cage, and they were so cute. They're humongous. Crystal, I need your help with this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, because it's federally prohibited. It is all are so sweet and nice. The last pup I caught is a bit of a nipper, but possibly abused. Found him running down the road, and the neighbors kept him. He lives here. Okay, let's go, Crystal. Let's figure it out. Prosecutors allege Taylor knew she was an unlawful user of marijuana when she bought a gun last year, but she indicated she wasn't on a form, according to court documents. Although it's legal to grow or have weed in Virginia, it is still considered a controlled substance under federal law, which generally prohibits people from possession of firearms if they are an unlawful user of a controlled substance. Crystal, we cannot go get guns. Crystal, we cannot own a gun, girl. Taylor also was arrested in April and charged in state court with felony child neglect and recklessly leaving a loaded firearm so as to endanger a child, a misdemeanor. She is expected to stay in trial in August and faces up to 6 years in prison if convicted on those charges. Her lawyer, Jean Rossi, called the case a perfect storm of horrible consequences. It's a terrible tragedy because a wonderful teacher's life was almost taken, but it's also a tragedy because a very young boy, a very young son, got hold somehow of a gun owned by Miss Deja Taylor, Rossi told USA Today. Miss Taylor's role in this tragedy is a complete accident, but she will forever have guilt for what her son did. Sentencing is set for October. Taylor is scheduled to be sentenced on October 18th on the federal charges. Rossi said he expects Zwerner and other school officials may testify at the sentencing hearing, but Diane Toscano, Zwerner's lawyer, said that's not for sure. James Ellenson, another lawyer for Taylor, said in a statement that Taylor's legal team will present mitigating evidence, which they hope will be taken into consideration during sentencing. Ellenson said he had very constructive negotiations with federal authorities about the plea. What happened the day of the shooting? Taylor's son, who has not been identified, shot Zwerner on January 6th while she was reading to students in her classroom at Rich Neck Elementary in Newport News, Virginia. Oh my God, Newport News in Virginia? That is hilarious because Dolly calls Queen Bee Newport and he lives in Virginia. Zwerner was shot in the hand and the chest. The top prosecutor handling the case told reporters in March the child would not face any charges. Ellenson previously said it is unclear how the boy got the gun, which was secured with a trigger lock and stored whatever. Secured with a trigger lock and stored on a high shelf in a closet. I don't know if I believe that. The attorney's statements that the gun was safely secured defied common sense. Now we know it also defied the evidence. The school district was repeatedly warned the boy might have a gun the day of the shooting. According to a $40 million lawsuit Zwerner filed alleging gross negligence. The boy had a history of behavioral challenges and violence toward teachers, the lawsuit said. Taylor has said her son has ADHD. The boy's family also said he was typically accompanied to a class by a parent as part of a care plan with the school, but he was unaccompanied for the first time the week of the shooting because his behavior had improved. That's why the mom is going to suffer for the consequences. Sorry, not sorry. And last but not least, we have Lady Gaga. The law does not allow a person to commit a crime and then profit from it. Lady Gaga wants dismissal of reward lawsuit by woman who returned dogs after helping to steal them. Okay. Stealing dogs. Okay. Oh, I get it. I didn't know Lady Gaga's name was Stephanie. Okay, let's go. Lady Gaga arrives at the Oscars on Sunday, March 12, 2023 at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Lady Gaga is striking back against the woman who says she's owed reward money for returning the superstar's stolen dogs, despite having been convicted of being part of the plot to steal the dogs in the first place. Okay, so that's what it is. The lady stole the dog and then tried to return it for the reward money. Yes, October 50. But you know what? When Nevaeh was that age, she had a lot of behavioral problems. And we didn't get it under control until she was like 14. I don't know. Let's see. I'll read again. Jennifer McBride sued Lady Gaga, real name Stephanie Gormanata in February, demanding that the singer pay the $500,000 in reward money she promised following the violent theft of two of her three dogs in February 2021. McBride was the one who brought the dogs to the Los Angeles Police Department the same day Lady Gaga tweeted that she would pay $500,000 for the safe return of the two pups. Oh, look how cute. Aw. My beloved dogs, Koji and Gustav, were taken in Hollywood 2 nights ago. My heart is sick, and I am praying my family will be whole again with an act of kindness. I will pay $500,000 for their safe return. Email the dogs' names at gmail.com to contact us. At the time, McBride, who was reportedly in a relationship with the father of one of the men involved in the robbery, told police that she happened upon the dogs by chance and that she didn't know who the owner was. That story fell apart under LAPD scrutiny. In truth, McBride was part of the plot to steal the little dogs. They don't look like little to me, although it does appear that the perpetrators didn't know who the dogs belonged to, only that French bulldogs had a high resale value, and she was ultimately convicted of a felony for knowingly receiving stolen property and sentenced to 2 years of probation. On Friday, Lady Gaga filed a demurrer, a type of motion that challenges the legal basis of a lawsuit, functioning essentially as a motion to dismiss. She argues that McBride, whose lawsuit alleged breach of contract and fraud, isn't actually entitled to the reward money despite, as McBride said, Lady Gaga promised that there would be no questions asked upon the safe return of her dogs. The law does not allow a person to commit a crime and then profit from it, says the filing from Lady Gaga's lawyer, Greta Williams. Finally, a name that I can pronounce. The motion says that McBride's claims of breach of contract or fraud are fundamentally flawed because McBride knew that Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen before she purported to find and return them. The singer counters McBride's breach of contract claim by saying that no contract was actually formed. There was no mutual assent of the parties. The filing says, noting that McBride disclaimed any intention of accepting the reward money. Then why are you suing her? Then why are you suing her for the money? In filings before this court, plaintiff declared that she never sought to collect the reward. The filing says, citations omitted, this repudiation is fatal to her contract claim. The filing cites California law, which requires that if a person wants to seek a reward like the one offered by Lady Gaga, they must have done the underlying acts, such as returning the dogs, with the intention of claiming the reward in the event of their accomplishing what would entitle them to it. Lady Gaga also cites longstanding California law that was held that no one can take advantage of her own wrong. Plaintiff was convicted for her participation in the conspiracy to steal defendant's dogs, so she cannot now recover under a purported contract for the return of those same stolen dogs. The filing also argues that McBride failed to establish that she suffered any damage by returning Lady Gaga's dogs, which did not belong to McBride and which she knew to be stolen. Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher, was shot in the... What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Lady Gaga's dog walker, Ryan Fisher, was shot in the chest and beaten by 3 assailants during the robbery. He was injured but survived. 2 days after the robbery, Lady Gaga tweeted that she would pay $500,000 for the safe return of 3 pups. That same day, McBride brought the dogs to a Los Angeles Police Department station. She initially claimed that she had happened upon the dogs by chance and had no idea who their owner was, but that story fell apart under LAPD scrutiny. James Howard Jackson and 2 accomplices, Jalen K. Sean White and Lafayette Sean Whaley, were charged with the assault and robbery. Jackson pleaded guilty to 1 count of attempted murder and sentenced to 21 years in prison in December. According to the filing, a court hearing on the lawsuit is set in Los Angeles Superior Court on July 10th. And this is, I'm not reading this because it's 21 pages long. I am so sorry. But it is defendant Stephanie J. notice of demurrer and demurrer to plaintiff's complaints. It's just to dismiss the lawsuit. Oh, looky, law and crime again. The law does not allow a person to commit a crime and then profit from it. Lady Gaga wants dismissal for reward lawsuit by a woman who returned dogs after helping to steal them. First appeared on Law and Crime. And that, ladies and gentlemen, they are stupid. And let me tell you, one time, yes, they shot him and beat him, attempted murder. That's crazy. So they shot the dog walker, took the dogs. Is that right? Let me just tell you people right now, if you're going to commit a crime, don't bring your freaking cell phone. Leave it at your house. Do something, but don't bring it with you. Are you kidding me? All these criminals are being caught. Why? How? Because of their cell phone data. Are you effing kidding me now? Don't they realize, like, all of these cases that we have seen, they found the suspect through, or they have evidence of the crime through cell phone data. Look at Lori and Chad. They found the kids by Alex's GPS. Letitia. Not Lori. Brian. All these people. Oh, really? I'm going to have to go through Law and Crime and see. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little bit crazy. I don't know. Let me put my gators up because I'm not having a video. Do y'all like my thumbnail? I'm trying really hard to learn, guys, Canva. So I hope he's okay. So even if they did, it was on oh, okay. Well, yeah, because look at where she lives, and I'm sure the dog walker wasn't far from her house walking the dogs, maybe? I don't know. That's crazy. Who in that, bruh? People are really, what did Cass say? Stupid. Stupid. Don't get a burner phone either. Remember, Chad and Lori had 8 phones each? Yeah, Angela. Yes. Oh, and Adam Fravel. His cell phone data caught him. Everybody, all these cases. How are they getting caught? How are they finding bodies? Cell phone data. Learn, people. I know y'all be reading about this. I know y'all watching YouTube. I know y'all watching the news. Y'all hear about all these cases. Y'all hear about all these people getting caught by cell phone GPS data or some other kind of data from cell phones or vehicles. I just don't get it. Maybe like Crystal, maybe like the adrenaline rush and everything like that is like so much that it's a habit to grab it. You know what I mean? Like immediately when you leave, it's a habit to grab your phone, grab your keys, you know, whatever you bring with you. Don't bring your phone, and make sure you use an old car with no black box in it. I am serious. Like the next person, the next case that comes out, if they get caught by their cell phone data, I just don't get it. On store tracks, yeah. But isn't it only for like GMC and Chevy vehicles? Or no, I don't even know. My car doesn't have one. I don't have a car. So there you go. My stupid car is stolen in Arizona. Anyways, So those were interesting articles that I found, and I wanted to tell you this while I was going through the articles. If there's no information on cases, updates on cases, um, I'm not going to sit here and bash people and talk about people. I mean, I did kind of, go after Queen Bee on this live, but I had to because she's just a sick individual, and she's not going to call me ugly when she can't even cam up ever. Any car financed, you have a tracker from Bank 2. Oh, really? They do that now? Weird. Man, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I'm glad my vape is quiet and not loud like the big vapes. Oh, okay. I get it. Pretty nifty. I know, like, if you do rent-to-own vehicles, like, they have trackers in them, and they have things where they actually turn the car off and you can't start it if you miss your payment. That's pretty smart. It's about time they do something like that. I mean, it's only 2023, That's crazy. But anyway, holy guacamole, I was on here for 2 hours. Well, 8 minutes will be 2 hours. I'm going to have to name it Around the World in 120 Minutes. But I didn't put Around the World on the thumbnail because, I wanted to put my new thing that I made up there. So I hope y'all like it. And any new car or even 2000s with on store. Okay, so which car manufacturers have OnStar? I thought it was like GMC and Chevy. Thanks, Crystal. Joneson is nuts. Joneson accused Crystal for fat shaming when she didn't. Well, look. If you're going to come after me with stupid shit like calling me ugly and fat, baby, I bet you I weigh a lot less than you, for one. And for two, I might be ugly, but makeup can fix my ugliness. Nothing but Jesus can fix your ugliness. And you don't know him. So you will never have your ugliness fixed. You are a disgusting, vile person. And it's just gross. Kaz, yes, I was tagged in a community post while she has me blocked. What a weak move. Oh, I think I saw that on my feed. Crystal is my spoken buddy. Crystal is my smoking buddy. She just has nothing else to say about me. She called me a turtle diddler. What the fuck is that? Last night, y'all told me in Laura's live that a diddler is someone who inappropriately touches someone. So apparently I inappropriately touch turtles, you guys. I'm never... Oh my gosh. Does she know about the turtles I was playing with when I was in Arizona? Is that why she called me a turtle diddler? I don't know. I don't know what a turtle diddler is, but I'll take the title with pleasure because that means you're thinking about me. What, Kaz? What they did to you? Hold up. What they did to my Kaz? I don't know what it says. Because, you know why? Because I support Dolly Vision and I'm a mod for Laura. The two people that she hates the most. So she probably saw me saying something about her in chat. Or, you know, how you put comments up on the screen. Or possibly on Dolly's. I mean, if he sees me, if he sees my constant or whatever, he'll be like, "Hey, Stone Gator, it's good to see you," or whatever, So it's like whichever way. It doesn't matter. For one, I am my own person. For two, I go where I want to go. For three, I have a mind of my own. It might not work well most of the time, but I do have one. And if I am not going to one chat and talking about the other creator that I support, it does not matter. Yes. According to them, Angela, yes. And because I support both of them, I guess I'm a freaking diddler. I'm a purple turtle diddler. Okay? I know they need to leave you alone. Like, what the hell did you do? I don't even know. I don't know. Bruh, like she went off on somebody. She want to call Dolly triggered. Oh no, baby. Oh no, you was really, really, really triggered. But anyway, that's all. Yeah, I don't want to talk about all that one here. I just don't want to. Okay, guys. Well, I'm getting over here. Dolly Vision goes live in 4 minutes, so that's where I'll be. You're right. You're right, Angela. And they shouldn't go after subs. And they shouldn't really go after mods, but they do because the mods are who supports the creators the most, I assume. So it's just all bullcrap or whatever. But 3 more minutes will be 2 hours. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I hope you enjoyed the stream with me and the articles that I pulled up. So this is what I'm going to be doing when there's no updates on cases, because I don't want to sit here and talk about Queen Bee for 5,000 hours or anybody else for that matter. I'd rather sit here and read articles with you guys about crazy ass people, not creators on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button and hit that membership button for me, please. Crystal gifted 2 memberships tonight, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you, Crystal. And I am so appreciative for all of you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.